Well, here in Bathurst, of course, there are plenty of people worth talking to, but absolutely the Mayor. Please welcome Ian North. Thank you. G'day, Ian. How are you?
Pleasure to meet you.
G'day. Hello. So, obviously there are 52 weekends of the year. There is one that seems to get a little more attention.
Just a little.
How important is it that you get your crowds back, that it's the full roar and it's an even longer race week than normal?
It's hard to describe. It's needed. This country's come out of, I think, really, you go back 4 or 5 years of a tough time. We've gone droughts, we've gone fires, and this wonderful coronavirus. We had a great race last year, but it just didn't have the feel. And the crowds make the feel, and that's what makes this town really good, is its people. And when you get up the mountain, the mums and dads and the kids, and they got their earmuffs on, and the cars go around for that first time, Bathurst is alive. And that's what it is. We're alive. It's that important. It'll just give an absolute massive boost to not only Bathurst, the whole region.
When we were at the George last night, I was at the Hub today, you name it. This is a real foodie city. There is a lot more than people, if they've been here 20 years ago, even 10 years ago, than they expect. The quality of produce is obvious, but the way it's being presented, be it from a pub to cafes and the rest, it's well done.
Yeah, I think if you go back 10 years, I think there's been a progression where everyone's looked at it. We're changing the way we look at the food we like and the type of venues. And Bathurst has got a lot of hidden gems, and you've just named a couple. And there at the George last night, I think I saw the dumplings and the...
yes.
Yeah, they're wonderful.
Yeah. I know the garlic bread is not exactly, the greatest of delicacies, but it is what I judge every city by. And Bathurst, my friend, is doing well.
They do a wonderful job there. But we do. We have... It doesn't matter what area of Bathurst you go. There's some wonderful restaurants. It's just wonderful people. And that's what makes Bathurst. We're the oldest inland settlement, and the people is what makes the town. And you go into a restaurant, you go into a pub, you go into our clubs, everyone's welcoming. You know it'll be a cold beer or it'll be a nice wine or it's going to be a great meal.
COVID, when you got state shutdowns and then sort of, some special localised ones that were in all of that, I've got to be honest, coming up from Sydney, the compliance of people still wearing masks, following this, it's like it was day one. It's magnificent because guess what? Decent people. But what was it like in those early days when people are being effectively sent to their room?
I guess there was a sense of people were a bit scared because it's the unknown. And I don't think a lot of people have ever gone through this. And the fact that the government, I guess, and I don't think anyone can put any blame on the government. How did you know which way to go? How did you know how big this virus is going to be? What sort of measures did we need to take? So when they took the measures, the best thing was you looked around as much as they thought, I can't see my kids, I can't see my little new granddaughter, but the fact of the matter, I want to be able to see my granddaughter when I can in a safe manner. And I think people accepted, and country people have just got that resilience. And we said, OK, I want to be able to get out eventually. So if they're going to say I've got to wear a mask, if I've got a QR code in, they do it. And I think, like myself, I think everyone's probably got 1 or 2 bloody masks on all the time. They've got it in their car. They've got it as they're walking out the door. It's just human nature now. If we've got to do that, because really, to be honest, we're going to have little outbreaks, I think, for a little while yet. But everyone's jumped on board, get tested, get vaccinated. Let's get that number up. But it's like the flu shot every year. If we've got to get it done every year, let's be safe because family's everything, and I want to have a great Christmas this year where I can see family.
Now, obviously, election coming up. Here's the dirty big plug. My choice, not his. Where's your hope for the next few years? I mean, obviously, do we want to turn everything upside down? Do we want to sort of, build a giant, spire in the middle of the city? Like, what do you want? What will success look like for the next term?
The success for me is, look, every town has its ups and downs, and every team has players that probably don't get on with each other. But what I do know of, I've been a part of his council since 2004. I've worked with some wonderful councillors, and I look at the progression over years that we see this wonderful city, we've made it bigger.
This is amazing.
The kids spoke about the Railway Museum. The work we've done as far as now we have a carillon that has a war memorial carillon that actually has a clavia that now finishes it after it was originally built a long, long time ago. So within 60 metres, you have a carillon and cathedral bells, very unique. So the way I see Bathurst is the great race is going to get greater. We're going to have businesses smiling again. We're going to have new businesses. We see as we're coming into town, you would have noticed that all the new areas opening up and the different businesses. We are going ahead, and we've got a couple of people in the audience, Manager of Economic and Development. She's done an enormous job working with the business community. We just recently were able to make an announcement of IBM with CSU. Our staff worked for 2 years behind the scenes. No one knew about that.
That's great.
But having IBM here with CSU, we have a cybersecurity unit, we've got a data area. We'll probably be like the Silicon Valley. And why not? Why can't Bathurst do it with modern technology?
This is it. Well, certainly I know, even over in Oregon, places like that, the internet in this part of the world, amazingly good. But all you need, go-kart track. If there's any chance of a go-kart track being built here anytime soon, that would be fascinating to see.
Can I say we're working on it?
Yeah, good man.
We're working on it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good on you, mate. Give it up for Ian, everyone. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Good man. Oh, I get a Bathurst show bag. Oh, hello. Thank you very much. Well, got a whack on the Mount Panorama hat. There's been quite a shit fight about a go-kart track here. It needs to be built, right? Should be built? Excellent, good. Anyone who disagrees, well, they're probably watching Channel 2.